Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from BuzzFeed. Now, I've picked BuzzFeed here and there, but I had to cover this one. Now, it was published on November 1st. It's written by Azine Garayashi. And all I gotta say is they're experts that were involved in this on the note of scientists and shit. They must have literally came from Crowd's Discord fucking server because they are the biggest fucking bunch of retarded, dipshit, dumb fuck motherfuckers who shouldn't have any fucking credentials. Sorry for starting out like that, but after reading this fucking article, holy sweet fucking Jesus. 1,600 scientists just signed a letter opposing a legal definition of gender binary. Wait, there's more. Look at the lead-in, like subtitle, grab, whatever you want to call it here, attention getter. The open letter says that any attempt to define gender based on a person's anatomy at birth or their genes is not grounded in science. Holy fucking Christ. That is literally fucking science. That's science, you bitches. Jesus fucking Christ. A person's anatomy, as in part of their biology, those traits are defined by their fucking sex. Their genes, as in the DNA, the genetics that makes them up, is an exact fucking science. They can look at it and tell you every little fucking thing about you these days. Yet they can't tell fucking gender by it now? So, as you can tell, this is why I'm like, what the fuck? An open letter that denounces attempts to define gender as a binary trait based on anatomy or genetics test has gathered signatures from more than 1,600 scientists, and I'm sure a bunch of them came out of Crowd's fucking Discord server. Because they got about as much of a fucking clue as Crowd's fucking shitbags did. Okay, they convinced him, probably because they believed it, that Trouts could get fucking pregnant. That's this type of shit here. It's not fucking science. Holy fucking shit. 1,600 fucking people who should not have jobs in academia or fucking medicine or, genetic research or anything like that. Probably most of these 1,600 friggin' supposed scientists are probably like social fucking scientists. Jesus Christ. The letter, which includes the signatures of 8 Nobel laureates, big fucking whoop. Are they geneticists? Are they biologists? Probably not. Was written in response to a memo drafted in spring of 2017 by Department of Health and Human Services, according to the New York Times. The memo reportedly urged government agencies to adopt a legal definition of sex on a biological basis that is clear, grounded in science, objective, and administrable, according to the Times. Which, you know what? That sounds perfectly fucking reasonable to any person who has sanity as part of their mental makeup. But if you don't have that sanity component, this is fucking freak out fucking shit. Holy sweet fucking Jesus. I'm sorry for being this worked up, but when I see something like this, and you get them going, this is unscientific, and they're literally talking about scientific processes. It's like they don't understand. They open the door with this shit and they say, well, DNA tests can't be trusted for this. Well, then we can't trust DNA tests for that or the other thing at some point. They don't understand the slippery fucking slope that they're like trying to friggin' push shit down. They get to a certain point, it's just gonna free fall because the ground that they're working on is, they're gonna hit that point where it's slick as shit, and then they're gonna even lose control of their bullshit. I mean, this is such fucked up shit. The memo also reportedly stated that any disputes over a person's sex would be clarified using genetic testing, a claim that scientists say is unscientific and unethical. Well, then they're not fucking scientists. Genetic testing, without a doubt, is going to tell you the biological fucking sex of someone. But you see, then that destroys their gender, sex and gender are fucking fluid. And it reinforces the idea that, yes, it is binary. You are male or female. Intersex are a small, minute, minuscule part of the population. How the fuck is it unethical or unscientific to use DNA tests to show sex? Oh, wait a minute. I guess it's unethical because then you take someone who's in fucking La La Land, who then gets confronted with reality, and it causes them to go deeper into their friggin' delusional state? Could that be why? Because that's the only unethical thing I see there on that note. Is, and that isn't even unethical. What is unethical on that idea is letting people have their La La Land fucking fantasies and have the rest of the world have to cater to them. That is unethical. The Trump administration has not confirmed the memo or issued any statement or proposed regulation that adopts the views in the memo. But all you fucking people still spurg out about it. The report incited much debate on Twitter, and today more than 50 companies, including Apple, Google, and Facebook, released a letter condemning it. It also prompted 22 scientists to put together an opposition letter addressed to our elected representatives. Now, it's funny. Apple, Google, Facebook, you are companies. This has nothing to do with you. Shut the fuck up. Go make your fucking iPhones. Go fucking make Android. Okay, and Facebook, go make your fucking site secure. Until you do those fucking, until you do that, Facebook, shut the fuck up. Google, until you fucking stop your censorship bullshit, and rigging search results, shut the fuck up. Apple, until you reinstate people like Alex Jones on your fucking shit, and stop censoring people and stop pulling your shit, shut the fuck up. Because you're all leftist, reeing, fucking virtue signaling, thinking, well, if we do this, that small minority of the population might buy iPhones. You know what? They don't have the money for fucking iPhones. They're broke and living in their parents' fucking basements. You people are fucking idiots. You just showed right here, more than tipped your hand on where you stand ideologically. Oh yeah, we're an impartial company. Yet you're pushing this leftist fucking shit. You're backing this leftist bullshit that there's 76 fucking genders. Huh, okay. And these 22 scientists put together an opposition letter. Okay, you 22 scientists, let's see your fucking credentials. Because I'm guessing most of you are social scientists, which isn't what I would consider an actual fucking scientist. This proposal is fundamentally inconsistent not only with science, but also with ethical practices, human rights, and basic dignity, the scientists wrote. It's inconsistent with science. Considering up until the last few years, the science agreed with what's going on here, because you leftist idiots started pushing this cultural Marxist fucking identity politics 76 gender bullshit. Now you want to change the science because it doesn't agree with you. It's been consistent with science. Science has been there for fucking centuries. Sorry, but just because you say it's inconsistent does not make it true. And you talk about ethical practices. Is it ethical to fucking cater to the delusions of someone who is mentally fucking deranged? How is that ethical? Please explain. I think the ethical thing to do is tell someone they're knucking futs and say, look, there's only two genders. Don't know what to tell you. You're not a fucking wonderkin. That's the ethical thing to do. When you talk about human rights, how is someone human rights affected by this? They're either male or female. It's not going to affect their ability to, they're not going to be discriminated against. There's nothing there. So now it's somehow a fucking human right to say, oh, well, I'm a fucking attack helicopter, or I'm a wonderkin, or I'm a two-spirit, or I'm this, or I'm that. It's not a fucking human right to fucking say I'm this and you have to fucking accept that. And this idea of basic dignity, these people force their shit on other people, want them and expect them and demand them to cater to them. And in doing that, they are pissing on the other people in regards to dignity. But you want to talk about their dignity. Well, fuck them and their dignity. It's that simple. Fuck them. Though scientists are just beginning to understand the biological basis of gender identity, it is clear that many factors, known and unknown, mediate the complex links between identity, genes, and anatomy. No. That right there is literally the type of bullshit that would have come out of, Kraut's YouTube academics, and this could easily be debunked. Hey, JF, if you could take a look at this, it would be appreciated, because I'd love for JF to go through this. He would fucking destroy this shit. JF Garape, he'd go through this. Oh, wow, I started French and went somewhere else. But he would go through this and fucking destroy this shit. Because to say that the biological basis of gender identity, that's not biological. They are confusing psychological and biological, because your biology is your biology. You are male or female, or you're in that very small minority of intersex. That's all there is when it comes to your sexes. Two sexes and a minority intersex that fall somewhere in between. Gender identity is fucking psychological. The more knuckin' futs you are, the more fucked up shit you're going to think on the note of your fucking biological fucking gender. And have it not be true, because it's not your biological fucking gender. And this idea of many factors, no. What gets me is you have all these fucking trans trenders now all of a sudden because you're pushing this shit. These idiots don't know any better. They're fucking mentally disturbed. And you want us to cater to their mental fucking derangement. The letter stressed that both biological sex and gender fall on a spectrum. Biological sex, fuckwits, is either or. It's based on fucking chromosomes. It really is. You're either male, female, or in that rare instance, an intersex. There's no fucking spectrum. There's no spectrum in biology. I mean, hell, Tom Hanks, fucking, all I could think of right there was Tom Hanks from A League of Their Own. There's no spectrum in biology. I mean, Jesus Christ. These people are fucking idiots. The only reason why gender falls on a spectrum is because some fucking cultural Marxist fuckwit started this bullshit. And more people have bought into it. Which I love how they bring up this spectrum thing, being BuzzFeed, and then they got to throw in the whole intersex thing, watch, to back this up, which it doesn't. Roughly 1 in every 2,000 babies in the U.S. are born with what are called intersex traits, anatomy, hormone levels, or chromosomes that fall somewhere between what's typically defined as male or female. Wrong again. Intersex. That comes down to, survey says, anatomy, ding. Chromosomes, ding. Hormone levels, eh. And why are hormone levels not on the board? Because hormone levels are the direct result of your biology, of your genetic makeup. What affects your hormone production? That's based on your biology. That's based on your genetics. Hormones are not a factor in and of itself. And your anatomy, you could have an innie and an outie. That's why, hey, that's why anatomy's there on the board. But chromosomes are on the board because it's the genetic factor. I love how they throw in all this other shit to try to back this up. And anatomy even falls back onto the whole genetic thing. Because nothing happens on your body's, on the note of development, without your DNA playing the overwhelming major factor in it. Environment does have some play, but biology, your genetics, biggest contributing factor. I mean, this is such bullshit. An estimated 1.4 million adults in the U.S. identify as transgender, meaning their gender identity does not correspond to the gender they were assigned at birth. No, meaning that they are fucked in the head and that they can't have it click in their mind that their genetics, not what their birth, what they were assigned at birth, because you don't assign a fucking gender at birth. You are born with your fucking gender. Because of biology, because of genetics. Because they are fucked in the head. They have mental issues. They don't identify with their gender. Let's be fucking accurate. I've got nothing against trans people. You're all fucking crazy. No offense. But you're mental. You have mental issues. You have mental problems. Doesn't mean I have to cater to your fucking delusions. Doesn't mean that anyone else out here has to cater to your fucking delusions. Your gender, you were born with it. It wasn't assigned. Because your brain can't come to the conclusion that, hey, I'm male, and you think you're female, and you're biologically a male. That's your fucking problem. That's a mental issue. I mean, this is some fucked up shit. As a geneticist and as someone who studied reproduction on a biological level, I can safely say that their scientific reasons are not simply based in science. Molly Maynier, an assistant professor of biology at George Washington University, and one of the co-authors of the letter, told BuzzFeed News. Excuse me. I don't care that you're a geneticist and study biology, reproduction on a biological level. Their scientific reasons are based in actual fucking science. Just because you claim to be, some fucking expert does not make it true, that what you're saying. I mean, this is such fucked up. The science on gender is very much still in development, but more importantly, the lived experiences of transgender and intersex people should not be co-opted by a genetic test. Wow, where do I start with this? First off, bitch, there's no way you are a fucking geneticist, a scientist, or have studied reproduction on a biological level. Because, guess what, you stupid bitch? An intersex person? The genetic test is going to show they're fucking intersexed. God fucking damn it, these people are so fucking stupid. How the hell is Molly Maynier a professor at George Washington University and she's too fucking stupid to know that? Or she's not educated enough, or whatever. There's no fucking way that bitch should have a job there at GW. When she doesn't understand that the biological testing, the genetic testing, would show the person is intersex. That's one way that they determine a person is fucking intersex, is through a biological, genetic fucking test. And you know what? The experiences of transgenders or the intersexed, their lived experiences. have nothing to do with this. That's your feels over reals here. We are talking about cold, hard science. Don't care about their feels. I care about the reals. Others pointed out that genes and chromosomes alone can't predict someone's sex or gender. What? For my high school biology, I could swear that genes and chromosomes actually are what predict the sex of someone. You know, X, you know, Y, XX, YY. That's exactly what determines their fucking biological sex. Wow. I'm sorry for being so fucking worked up on this shit, but I mean, this is fucking Spurg Central. I could feel my fucking intelligence being sapped away as I read this further and further. Holy fucking shit. Genes and chromosomes are the deciding fucking factor of what your biological fucking sex are. God damn. The relationship between someone's genotype or their DNA and their phenotype or their traits is very complicated, and sex and gender are no exception, said Russell Natchez, a postdoc studying the evolution of genomes at the Joint Genome Institute at Lawrence Berkeley Labs. These are human beings we're talking about, so it's not enough to have a concept of sex and gender that only works for the majority. No, it works for everyone. Let's go through this. First off, you know how desperate BuzzFeed's news is right here? When they literally have to take a postdoctorate student, they can't find an actual doctorate. Can't find an actual doctor. They have to go with a postdoc who doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Someone's genotype or their DNA and their phenotype, their traits. Their traits are... Environment has some factor on a person's physical traits. But biology is the overwhelming driving force of it. To try to claim that biology does not have... Wow, that biology... Trying to say it's complicated. No, it's... I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. Biology is the driving force. Environment does play its part and can affect a person's, traits growing up or whatever. But the biology has the overwhelming influence, we'll say. When it comes to things like, say, biological sex, it's more than an influence. It dictates. So to try and claim that it's very complicated when it comes to sex and sex and gender is no exception with it, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Dude, you shouldn't even be, So what about, having in the future here, more medical advances, biological advances, genetic advances or anything like that? Because we're not going to if we keep putting fuckwits like this through the sciences, put them into STEM. Because they don't understand STEM is based on logic. This is all feels. I don't care if they're fucking human beings. Biology dictates certain things. Does not matter on the species. You don't hear them saying that dogs and cats and rabbits and horses are on a gender fucking spectrum. Now do you? Could it be because, that doesn't apply. We're human beings. We're so complicated and they're fucked in the head and we gotta accommodate to them and their mental derangement. I mean, seriously. And this idea that it only works for the majority. No, it works for everyone. Because you're either male, female, or intersex. You fall into one of those three categories, biologically. If you don't want to fall into it, don't know what to tell you, but that's life. It is. For transgender scientists, the letter... Oh, excuse me. For transgender scientists, the letter was personal. As a dude in a dress and a scientist, as a trans woman and as a scientist, it is inherently an attack on my humanity, my ability to exist in the world, and to safely navigate certain spaces, said Micah Tosca, an assistant professor of climate science at the School of Art Institute of Chicago. It is very important that we gather as many scientists as we could together to say that so scientists ourselves are not complicit in promoting this wholly flawed non-scientific effort. Wait a minute. We've got a fucking climate scientist, which is one of, like, the voodoo witch doctor of sciences these days. Because, we were already supposed to be underwater. You know, the New England seacoast underwater, Boston underwater, New York City underwater, parts of, large parts of California and the West Coast underwater. Things cool off. Oh, it's global warming. Things are getting cooler. Climate change. See, 1,600 scientists. Most of them are like this. They're not even actual fucking scientists in the field. And you're a dude in a dress with mental fucking issues. I got nothing against trans people, okay? I really don't. It might sound like I do, but I don't. This shit, all right, catering to these fucking half-wit fucking spurgs is what I got a problem with. And how is it an attack on your fucking humanity to go, bitch, your biological fucking sex is male. No matter what you do, that is not going to change. If you accepted that fact, then you couldn't go, oh, my humanity is under attack. And no one's affecting your ability to exist in this world. You can exist as a dude in a dress as much as you want. All right? No one's stopping you. And this idea of safely navigating certain spaces. What spaces are you worried about? This is so fucked up. Are you talking about safely navigating the idea of dating and trying to fucking push this bullshit that you're a chick on some dude who don't want to fuck another dude? Because that's what it sounds like to me. And here's this other thing. Why the fuck does in Chicago, the Art Institute of Chicago, have a climate science fucking professor? They're an art institute, as in drawing, as in film, as in television, as in writing. That fucker shouldn't even have a job there. They shouldn't even be offering anything with a climate science thing. It's an art institute. And I love this. You're pushing your feelings and you're talking about non-scientific. What you're going against is actual fucking science. You're the ones that are non-scientific. Jesus Christ, dude. Get your fucking thong panties out from your ass crack, because it's fucking, like, irritating you quite too much here. The letter also emphasized the danger of any policy forcing medical professionals to stray from recognizing an individual's self-identified gender. What? Are you kidding me? Having a medical fucking doctor actually go by their biological sex, go by science, go by their profession is a bad thing. Oh, that's right, because then it's going to trigger you, special little snowflake, when it says something other than what you believe. Jesus fucking Christ. I hope this shit gets fucking put into effect, so all you spurg out for the next 2 years, and then watch Trump win again, and then you spurg out for 4 more. All you fucking wonderkin special fucking ed fucks. Our best available evidence shows that affirmation of gender identity is paramount to the survival, health, and livelihood of transgender and intersex people, the letter states. So what you're saying is cater to their delusions instead of helping them work through them. Because if you keep confronting them with reality, they might kill themselves. I'm sorry, but you know what? I don't fucking care. I feel bad if they were to kill themselves, but you know what? Fuck you and your feelings. All of you all. I'm not going to compromise myself for you fucking halfwits. This nation should not have to compromise itself for you fucking halfwits. We should not have to bend over fucking backwards to cater to you fucking halfwits. We shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around you fucking halfwits. We have a president who says enough is enough with this shit. And that's what's causing you to spurg out in part. Because your fucking days of getting what the fuck you want is over. And I'm kind of glad, too. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.